morning, everyone. I'm Stephanie Latassa, and I'm the Parent Activity Coordinator for the Jersey City Head Start program under Greater Bergen Community Action.
And I'm Mandy Decker, Outreach Coordinator for the Jersey City Free Public Library. We are the largest municipal library in the state of New Jersey, founded in 1889 with 13 locations, a bookmobile, and 170 staff members. We are home to Biblioteca Criolla, the oldest and largest Spanish language collection in the state, and the New Jersey Room with over 20,000 volumes of information and history about New Jersey, Hudson County, and Jersey City. I came to the library in 2020 from the nonprofits art world, and I was tasked by the director at that time with getting us into the school system. We didn't really have strong connections with the schools at that time, and that was his highest priority for me. So I started making cold calls, building relationships in order to bring library resources to our students here in Jersey City.
Whenever we get a partner, we go over our mission statement with them. Greater Bergen Community Action provides comprehensive infant, toddler, and child development services. We are an infant, toddler, and child-focused program that embraces the entire family. Greater Bergen Community Action works with the local community to provide services that address childcare and family support issues, which enables the staff to help families become self-sufficient. Teaching children, reaching families is what we do at Greater Bergen Community Action's Head Start program. Okay, so who do we serve and what do we do? At Head Start, we have Early Head Start. Under Early Head Start, we serve families with children from 0 to 3. We have a home-based program, which means we go to your homes where you and your baby are to spend an hour and a half with us. All about learning what to do, developmental strides, learning how to read with babies at home, and what else the family needs. So we go to your homes. We also have a Expectant Moms program, especially for those who are new to your city, new to your town. They might not know where to get services for their pregnancy or their baby. Mom and baby stay with us until 90 days after she gives birth so that we can plan with her, what do you want to do next? We also have classrooms. They look like classrooms. We call them our Early Head Start classrooms across Jersey City. Then we have our Head Start program. Our Head Start program serves families with children from 3 to 5-year-olds. Under that umbrella, we have services in education, family services. We have a family support specialist assigned to every family who enrolls with us, not just the child, but the first grader who might need help with homework. What about if mom needs help? What about if dad needs a job? Right? We have mental health services. Under that umbrella, we run parent support groups. We have a disability specialist that will help you if your child has special needs. If you have special needs, we will connect you to the services that you need for your family to thrive with us. We also have a nutritionist, which is my favorite, usually favorite. I like the other people too, but we shine with our nutritionist. We have a nutritionist on staff, and we serve meals to our children and families, breakfast, lunch, and snack, but we also provide education to that nutritionist. We teach parents, what if you just got diagnosed with diabetes? What if your child has special needs and allergies? We can deliver those services under our umbrella. Comprehensive family services is at the heart of what we do.
We have 3 goals for today. But first, Head Start knows you cannot learn anything unless you sing a learning song. So, in order to turn on our brains and get focused, if you're able, stand up, join us, and some of our friends, and Stephanie, take it away.
So we want you to stand up, shake those hands. We're gonna sing. I promise you know this song, and if you don't, maybe learn it after, okay? But it's a simple song that we teach everyone, right? So are you ready, Mandy?
I'm ready, Stephanie. Let's
Friends,
go.
are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet.
All right, great, thank you. So, by the end of this session, we hope that you can identify, envision, and connect. We're going to share the family engagement outcomes from the Head Start parent, family, and community engagement frameworks. These are the national standard for all Head Start programs, so no matter where you are, these are the goals of Head Start. We will refer to them as PFCEs throughout this talk.
We're going to ask you, and we're going to ask our friends, we have friends here, to help us read them with us so that this is a more fun and interaction with you, even though if we don't see you, right? So we're hoping our friends will join us to read the first PFCE with us.
Hi, I'm Pila, and the one I'm going to read, the first PFCE, is called Family Well-Being. Parents and families are safe, healthy, and have increased financial security. Yeah!
At Head Start, we need to teach parents about budgeting. We need to teach children and parents how to teach their children. So it's this all-inclusive way of learning and literacy for us that we really ask our partners to see how can we make families stable financially? How can we make families learners? How do we make them see themselves in the bigger world? So Mandy, what can you do for us?
At the library, safety, health, and financial security are relatively easy ties. We highlight our library programming through tabling, at events, and sharing programs with Stephanie for her to pass along to teachers and families. With our resources, we highlight Job Now, both their career development and their financial literacy courses. We also talk about eParachute. Most of us were only exposed to a certain number of job opportunities in our lives. For immigrants, people re-entering the workforce, or people who are underemployed, it could be that they just don't know what kind of jobs are out there for them. So we access eParachute through Job Now, and that's been very interesting for parents. I had a refugee parent speak to me about how he had worked at a doctor's office in his home country, but now here he's driving an Amazon truck. So he was so excited to see all of the different job titles for which he was qualified because of eParachute. We also make sure everyone at Head Start knows about our partnership with the city as a free summer lunch site.
That has been such a great thing for us, Mandy, knowing that families can get food throughout the city, even when we are closed. Our Head Start classrooms are closed during the summer. In the pandemic, we had to close our classrooms. And what is the resource that we can do to deliver food to families? It's been the library that's been able to do that, right? It's been the library where we can tell parents, hey, do you want to make up your resume? There's resources at the library. Resources is really leading to financial stability is important to us. So let's go to the second one. Friends, let's see who's going to read for us.
I'm JC Bigfoot, and I'm here to give you PFCE number 2. Woo! Positive parent-child relationships. Beginning with the transition to parenthood, parents and families develop warm relationships that nurture their child's learning and development. Woo! Woo! Woo!
At Head Start, we want families to get on board with us with it's always learning, but learning can be fun. Learning can be for everyone, including grandma who might only speak Spanish, who might only speak Arabic, or some other language that we've never seen before. Jersey City is in such a diverse community, and we recognize that. So, Mandy, what can you do?
For us, this looks like fun events for families and children. We really focus on spring and summer programming. The Week of the Young Child, Spring Break, and National Library Week usually fall around the same time in Jersey City, so the month of April is jammed with events. For For the Week of the Young Child, we do a collaborative program or a collaborative craft for Work Together Wednesday that is tied to what they're learning in the preschool at the time. For spring break, we try to have extra programming, especially during the day. As far as digital resources go, we highlight Canopy Kids, Hoopla read-alongs, and their different TV shows. We also got onto the 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten train because of encouragement from Head Start teachers. So this obviously encourages literacy and family connections at the library.
Family is the next one. We're going to ask another friend to help us read this for us.
I'm Captain Neela, scientist-ish explorer of the cosmos, and all things early childhood education. I'll read number 3. Families as lifelong educators. Parents and families observe, guide, promote, and participate in the everyday learning of their children at home, school, and in their community.
At Head Start, it looks like the parent activity calendar. We have a calendar for parents to join us every month of the school year so that they can be educated as well as educate, right? So in that parent activity calendar, you will see when school is closed, you'll see when school is open, but you'll also see the many resources that connect our parents to being educators. There's books from the library. There's digital stuff there that if you click on it, it will send you to Hoopla, and Hoopla has a free book. Again, we're talking about those barriers that Mandy and I will be talking about throughout the year. So that parent activity calendar has those things. It is an invitation to come to our space to do workshops with us, and we have experts present to parents so they can be educators to us. And then Mandy, what can you do?
All right, so at the library, this is where we focus a lot of our digital resources and the programs we call Reading Everywhere. We do presentations in the first half of every year, encouraging literacy everywhere, making sure parents have access to Hoopla and to ABC Mouse, that they know how to access that, right? And then our Reading Everywhere Storytime workshop also gives parents the tools and strategies to read with their children, even if they don't speak English. We provide these materials in our primary languages of Arabic, Spanish, and English. This is one of the slides from that Reading Everywhere presentation. We often get questions like, my child wants to read the same book every day, or I don't read in English, and I'm able to walk them through that with these slides. These ones also are some strategies for working with the different challenges.
Okay, we're gonna go to the next one. What friend is gonna help us read along with us, everyone, also, because sometimes it's dry just doing this by yourself, but it might be a fun experience reading it for yourself, right? But one of our friends is joining us to do this.
Hi, I'm Orestes. Families as learners. Parents and families advance their own learning interest through education, training, and other experiences that support their parenting, careers, and life goals.
At Head Start, we really want everyone to be a learner and have fun doing that, right? So remember in our former slides that you had that parent activity calendar and what Mandy can do for you? We really want to encourage learning and learning everywhere and learning to be fun, right? So how do we do that, Mandy?
Well, back when I first started working with Stephanie, she said they were trying to get an ESL class going at the Head Start locations, but there was COVID and it kind of fizzled. We got a new director of the Learning Center at the library who increased our enrollment to 2,000 adult ESL students annually. He said yes to our proposition and jumped right into it with us. This was our pilot year, this past year, 24-25. And we provided ESL classes to 15 families and staff. They were able to sign up for these classes at the Head Start locations. They were able to take the classes in the locations, And we were able to get grant money so that these families did not have to purchase the books. They were able to get those books for the Head Start ESL classes for free. We also highlight our Rosetta Stone digital resource. That's the language learning platform that we have. And every family and staff member of Head Start is able to get a library card delivered directly to their library or to their Head Start location. So we created a workflow, Stephanie and I. So we get permission from the families. They get that information. She gives us the information for the parent, the student, the sibling, the grandma, right? She sends me that information. We make the cards. I then send the cards back over to Stephanie with library resources and information. Then she is able to distribute those so that families can start using those digital resources without the barrier of transportation into our buildings.
I love that Mandy said staff also.
Yeah.
Staff also need to be learners, right? So part of that is really putting the right resource in their hands, being able to deliver that library card directly to every one of us where we are. Okay, we're on to the next PFCE. We want one of our friends to read it for us.
I'm Kat the Boyd with your 5th outcome. Family engagement in transitions. Parents and families support and advocate for their child's learning and development as they transition to new learning environments and Head Start to kindergarten through elementary school.
What does this look like at Head Start? At Head Start, we really do transitions throughout the year. If a child is moving from one classroom to another, if a mother is sending her baby to our early Head Start classrooms, if a father is looking for a job and now cannot bring that child to school, it is all about transition to us. And what does that look like with first reading books for babies and then introducing them to kindergarten? Because that's what we're all about. Head Start is a kindergarten readiness program. Mandy, what can you do?
We offered several pieces to fit into this outcome. Each year, we provide space and public computers for representatives from the public schools early childhood department and from Head Start to come into the library and help people register their students for preschool. These are publicly posted dates on our site, on our social media, as well as on the school district sites and their social media. We also keep instructions printed in several different languages available at our circulation desk at every branch. So if folks miss that time with the instructor, they can come in and still work through it. When we were transitioning back to in-person school after COVID, Stephanie and one of the librarians, Vanessa Soto, teamed up to create our Happy Goodbyes virtual room. It includes links to our Hoopla books, to Canopy movies, all about going back to school. Then, as they transition to kindergarten, again, we talk about Job Now, their live tutors, as well as resources for each of the different subjects and grades.
Okay, we're on to the next one. Who's helping us?
I'm gonna do number 6. Family connections to peer and community. Parents and families form connections with peers and mentors in formal or informal social networks that are supportive and/or educational and that enhance social well-being and community life.
At Head Start, we form connections and we want and need partnerships with the community so we can introduce parents to you and what you do, right? So at the heart of what we do is really finding those partners, finding those barriers, and finding partners that can remove those barriers for us. So at Head Start, it's important to introduce you, whoever you are, wherever you are, and find those partnerships that make sense for the people you serve. So Mandy, what do you do?
Oh, Stephanie, I thought you'd never ask. We participate and support all of the big celebrations at Head Start. We go to the Mother's Day party, Father's Day celebration, end of the year community celebration, and we also host early Head Start home-based meetups. They come into our library for socialization. Head Start provides little lessons for the parents as well as snacks. This takes place at library locations that are whatever ones are the most convenient to the enrolled caregivers. It really helps to get new folks into the library. It gives us a chance to talk about our services. We obviously promote ABC Mouse and Hoopla here as well. It's a good opportunity for us to learn about the Head Start resources, and also for the other community members to see what Head Start has to offer.
I love that picture, Mandy, because we really just started it this year. In Head Start Speak, it's called socialization. We usually have it every other week for us to have our families come out of their homes and come out of their little shells and come to us with their babies and learn with us and have fun with us and hopefully really get something out of it as part of their transition into another bigger community. And the library again said yes. So that picture is really with moms reading with us, with Head Start bringing their expertise to the library and their resources. We bring snacks, right? And we bring also our resources, but we also introduce families to the resources and their librarian. Wherever they are, we introduce them. They're in that venue. Okay? Okay, next one. Who's gonna read for us?
Ta-da! I'm Freddie! Families as advocates and leaders! Parents and families participate in leadership development, decision-making, program policy development, or in community and state organizing activities to improve children's development and learning experiences.
At Head Start, the model will be parent committees and will be our policy council. They work hand in hand with our board, with our leadership. Parents work hand in hand to do program decisions, to do programming throughout the year with us. We always ask families, what can we do for you? What's relevant for you? Is it hard to park where you are? Are you reading enough at home? Does that make sense to you? Can you read? Can you speak the language? It is at policy council meetings that we get to do this with families and with community partners. Mandy, what can you do for us?
We join the parent committee meetings and we sit on Policy Council of Head Start, and we sit on the advisory board for the Early Childhood Department of Education. We also sit on several other advisory boards for specific schools. Sitting on a board is one of the best ways to integrate your library with your schools. It's a fantastic platform to advocate to school leadership directly to use library resources. It gives you insight into the themes and trends of the schools so that you can bring those back to programming in your system. And your knowledge is so unique in brainstorming and collaboration sessions, so I cannot encourage you enough to try to get a seat at the table, any advisory board that you can get on. Do it.
Exactly. You remember one of the first slides that we had here, and Mandy was talking about ESL? Lives Changed Here is what we do throughout the year with the Jersey City Public Library and you, right? Those moms in the ESL class, we ended the year with half of that class getting a job because they now know how to speak English and know what to do from there, right? And access services and really learn for themselves. So it's a full circle thing when you see that. So it's been such a great ride with the Jersey City Free Public Library and Greater Bergen Community Actions Head Start program. And we hope you get to do that too, wherever you are.
And thank you so much for having us. Since you're joining virtually, we can't really do an interactive Q&A, but we're gonna take a few minutes here to answer some questions that we commonly hear. On the screen, you're gonna see our contact information. If you have additional comments, please reach out to us. Stephanie's information is there, my information. And then on the next slide, you will have access to the slides in the Whova app, so you can download these slides. All of these are samples and links. You can click directly into all of these different samples that we've used and that you're welcome to use as well.
Right, so this is our resource page. When you see this page, you're gonna see links that you can actually click on. One of those questions, Mandy, is what? Give me a question that you remember.
Oh, one of the questions is, is if, what are sort of some of the things that I can do that might be, good for Head Start? So we've given you some ideas, but what are some other ideas? I know you had one about fire trucks.
If you do not. So the question has been, because we've done this before in another conference, like one of those questions is, what if I don't have a Head Start near me? What do I do? You can find that Head Start, we have a link to it, so you just literally click on it, put in your zip code, it will tell you the closest Head Start to you. Some people have actually told us, Stephanie, they're in the next town, I can't get to it, I can't get my parents to it. That's like an hour bus ride. Right? So what can you do? Start your own program where you are. Look at where the resources in your community are. The fire department is a great resource for everyone, and it's fun for kids and fun for families. Maybe invite them to your space and really choose a topic that's meaningful. Right, and fun. So that's one of those questions.
And connect with other preschools and other, the early childhood department as well. If you don't have a Head Start specific location,
or an early childhood department where you are, or maybe for the older children, you have to think about the community you serve and the children that you serve also. Right, if you want more children in your space, think about who do you connect with. It's obviously the schools. So see if you can get to do that. The other part is, Stephanie, how can I sign up everyone? Mandy discussed that before. We have a sample for you. So if you just click on that, you literally can see what are the relevant information that parents need to release for themselves and for their children so that it becomes a spreadsheet. It is also helpful to us to track who's received them, who's gotten them. Important for us for funding, important for the public library to track also. Oh, those are Head Start families. We've got 200 cards from them. It's easy for both of us to be able to have proof that we have signed up people and people are using those resources.
And then another question we get is, what supports can I provide for parents? Maybe a fatherhood support group or a motherhood support group, caregiver.
I had somebody from a library tell me, New Jersey City Public Library, right? Say, hey, Stephanie, I'm interested in your fatherhood group. We run a fatherhood group with the Jersey City Early Childhood Program virtually. So every month we have a Zoom, and it's a support group for fathers, and we really help them come into the space of being great fathers. But maybe you could start that where you are. Maybe you can log in with us once we share those, and it's free. Right? So one of those, you can start your own program, whatever resources you have in your own library and in your own space. Make a workshop. Do it in Zoom so people can access it wherever they are. They don't necessarily need, a lot of people are not allowed in our space because we have young children. So we've been able to deliver this virtually.
Exactly. And then I think the last one is, how do I find a Head Start near me? On this last page, the resources page, you're going to see the link to headstart.gov.
But it'll also teach you where to reach us, right? So I hope you do. Yes. I hope you see Head Start differently after this. Absolutely. And maybe look at partnerships differently.
For sure. And thank you so much for your interest, and we appreciate you sticking with us this time. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, friends, for helping us read.